Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PHSC Basketball Gymnasium here on the campus of the Newport Richey campus here, which is the West Campus of the 5 campuses here for Pasco-Hernando State College. Dylan Spalding with you, Bob Bay joining us here for the second game that we are broadcasting here for the PHSC men's basketball team here. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving here, as this is the final game before Thanksgiving on Thursday. So hopefully everyone has a safe and healthy holidays this year. Bob joining us here as well today, and we got a great matchup as tonight is the first game between two in-region It is going to be a battle between two in-region opponents here tonight, as Florida Gateway College is going to take on Pasco-Hernando State College tonight here from Newport Richey. And this is going to kick off a 7-game series between these two squads, Bob. So Florida Gateway College and PHSC, they're going to get to know each other very well here in these next couple of months as the season progresses.
Yeah, Dylan, good to be with you here today. Happy Thanksgiving to all the fans out there tuning in. Kind of unique. You got a 7-game series, and it sounds like these two teams already know each other because last year, of course, they battled it out for the Florida Championship, and, of course, they keep track of each other. Coach Jones knew a lot about Florida Gateway. Of course, I'm sure Florida Gateway's been scouting Pasco-Hernando. So I'm kind of excited because this will set the tone maybe for the 7-game series.
So obviously last season, talking about last season itself, Florida Gateway ended up taking the series last year 3-2. PHSC just not able to get the season series last year between this Florida Gateway College. And we did talk to Coach Jones before the game today and talked about the magnitude of this game, how big of a game this is, and how this is a good game to get kind of back on track. You know, both teams are struggling a little bit right now. Both are on a losing skid, and both teams need a win badly here at this point in the season with only a few games left here before the end and before these teams go on break for Christmas.
Yeah, I think the losing streaks, though, are a little different. Pasco-Hernando, Coach Jones felt really good about his squad. Yep. Every game he thinks they're improving. So they've been playing these D1 programs, but Coach Jones feels really good about where his team's at and the kind of commitment to getting better every game. Florida Gateway coming off a loss to Santa Fe that was fairly lopsided, so it'll be interesting, the mindset going into the game, especially how the game first starts out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see Florida Gateway as well in their mindset. We mentioned and touch base here on that lopsided loss to Santa Fe, a 53-point loss against Santa Fe. 100-47 was the final score in that game, where Florida Gateway College just got nothing going in that game. 23.5% from the field goal as a field goal percentage, 20.7% for the 3 points, and they turned over the ball 14 times. So this Florida Gateway College team heading into this game, they have something they would like to turn things around here heading into this big in-region matchup that, again, it's going to be huge as we get later into the season due to this being a spot in a tournament berth.
Yeah, and I'm sure Florida Gateway a little concerned about confidence. You know, you come off of a loss like that, shooting 23%. So you'd like to, I'm sure if you're Florida Gateway, get off to a good start here at Pasco-Hernando, because if you don't, maybe more of that lack of confidence just keeps going in the wrong direction.
Now let's talk about this PHSC squad, our PHSC Bobcats here from Newport Richey. You know, PHSC so far, they're 2-3 at home, but they started out strong to start out the season. But as we mentioned, you know, they played some D1 opponents, some higher competition. And again, Coach Jones had said that he's got a lot of confidence in the players right now. You know, they're coming off, even though they're losses against D1 opponents, so they got some good competition in the D1 level, and they head in now to D2. They're playing their rival Florida Gateway. So this is a good opportunity for them, again, to get back on track and get going again. And it sounds like there's a lot of good things. And also a guy who's been really well this season is Warren McLemmon, who has had 159 points so far on the season and is shooting over 50%. He's having a really good year so far for this Bobcats team and has been one of the bright spots.
You could tell Coach Jones was excited. He's got a real guard-heavy team, and he thinks he's got quickness. Like he said, he's got a lot of versatility because of those guards that he's got. So he feels like, you know, even if he matches up with some of the big men, that if they try to post down low against some of our guys that are a little bit smaller, he'll just up-tempo the game and get an advantage there. So I think Coach Jones is real excited with what he's got.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. Again, the Timberwolves and the Bobcats here tonight from Newport Richey, Florida. Don't go anywhere. We'll have all the coverage for you here as game tips off in about a few minutes here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here for just a few moments for tip-off and the start of this game between Florida Gateway and PHSC. A big game here tonight in region play.
Good job.
And we are back here in the broadcast booth. I guess we're not really in a broadcast booth. We're at a broadcast table, I guess you could say. We're at our own little setup over here on the other side of the stand. We're adjacent from the side of the stands here at the PHSC basketball gymnasium. But again, great to have you along here. Dylan Spalding, Bob Bade with you. This is a great week. You know, you got Feast Week in the NCAA for Division I basketball. You got all these early season tournaments are going on right now. It's college basketball everywhere. It's pandemonium right now in the college basketball world.
Yeah, and we were both at Tampa Bay Stadium last night, Raymond James, at the Monday Night Football game, Dylan. So what a great week. And then we got Thanksgiving, like you said, more football that day. But basketball's in full swing. Hockey's in full swing.
Just taking a look real quick throughout the NCAA. Just thought I'd pull up some scores here and some of the games going on here tonight, here on a Tuesday evening. And these are all going to be ranked games at least, so top 25 teams we'll be looking at here. The first game at 7 p.m. Eastern is Illinois versus Kansas State. Number 14 Illinois heading into that game at the Hall of Fame Classic presented by Hotels.com. The second of the Hotels.com, the Hall of Fame Classic presented by Hotels.com games, will be Cincinnati versus Arkansas, who's entering that game at number 13 in the nation. And the best game of the actual, I would say, night is going to be the nightcap between Gonzaga and UCLA, a pair of 1 and 2s going at it in the Good Sam Empire Classic. That game will tip off at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. We'll be able to get to actually watch that game at the end of this one here from Newport Richey, Florida, as Dick Vitale will be returning to the broadcast booth as well for that game. So here we go. Florida Gateway and PHSC basketball will kick off here from Newport Richey in under a minute here from Newport Richey. Again, it's going to be a great night of basketball. And again, we just kind of got a little bit of the scouting report, if you will, a little bit of what's going to happen from Coach Jones. He expects a up-tempo game tonight, a lot of physicality, and he's expecting a very exciting game tonight between these two squads and in region play.
He expects a lot of emotion on both sides, each team, and he said to watch the referees early to see, he tells his players, let's watch how they call the game, whether they let them play or they get a little ticky-tack with some of the calls, so we'll see how that plays out too, Dylan.
So the starting 5 for the PHSC Bobcats, we're going to see Warren McLement on for the Bobcats on the court for the starting 5. Marcellus Thomas will be on the court as well. Seth Grimshaw, Jacob Zio, and Edgar Enriquez will be the starting 5 for your PHSC Bobcats. We'll get you your starting 5 here in just a moment for Florida Gateway College here. So a bit of a quick delay here, just making sure everybody's good to go. And tip-off is underway. That is going to be a tip-off for the Florida Gateway College Timberwolves, as they will begin possession here tonight from Newport Richey. Nicholas Cross passes it over to Antonio Card, who has the ball. Driving in, pushing in is number 11, that is Eric Canavan. And shot is no good, rebounded by the Bobcats. Pass to Warren McLement. McLement now passes over, quick pace already to start out, and a missed three-point shot there. That was number 12, Marcellus Thomas, on the shot there for PHSC, their first shot of the evening. Shot off here with a little under, over a minute to go, or a minute into this game, and that shot was good. So already 3 points on the board for this Florida Gateway College team. Shot off, that is going to be off the rim, but it will be called a foul. That was Marcellus Thomas who had made that shot. He'll head to the line to shoot for 2, so the first personal foul of the evening.
Coach Jones was telling us he's trying to get his players to get into more of a routine with their free throw shooting, Dylan.
First shot off the rim, no good. Getting you the rest of the starting lineup here for Florida Gateway. Again, you have Jefferson, Eric Canavan as well. Amari Jordan as well in the starting lineup. Antonio Card and Nicholas Cross all starting tonight for the Florida Gateway Timberwolves.
Looks like Gateway wants to slow the game down a little bit when they've got their ball on the side of the court.
Antonio Card dishes back out over to number 3, that's Nicholas Cross. Driving in, and oh, nice job there that was number 1, Jacob Zio with the block. It will go out of bounds though, so it will stay Florida Gateway possession. Jacob Zio had
a nice play.
Nice job there by the Bobcats. McLement off the rim, no good, but Jacob Zio able to make the shot there. It's going to be a foul and an and one.
Give the Bobcats a chance to take the lead here.
So an and one for Warren McLement. Shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Actually, that was Jacob Zio, on the foul shot there. Driving in, and that's going to be no good, off the rim. The shot is back up again, and that's Eric Canazan on the shot, but it's going to be a foul, and it's going to be 2 for the charity stripe. As I was going to mention with Jacob Zio, he had 3 points and 5 rebounds in the loss against St. Pete College. That was the last game that the PHSC Bobcats had played before coming into this game here tonight against Florida Gateway.
Well, you wonder, Dylan, if this game may come back to which team can hit some free throws toward the end.
Maurice Campbell coming into the game for number 4, DeAndre Jefferson. The free throw shot is no good, rebounded by the Bobcats. It's going to be Edgar Enriquez. Man-to-man defense and trying to move the ball around. That's something that the Bobcats have been very good at here this season. And wide open, but a foul at the rim. That's going to be a shooting foul.
That's a good foul there for the Bobcats.
It's going to be Amari Jordan heading to the line to shoot for 2. Amari Jordan, 22.2% field goal percentage. As for his free throw percentage, get you that here in just a moment. 41.7 free throw percentage here for Amari Jordan on the season.
Neither team lighting it up so far from the free throw line, though, Dylan.
4-3 is the score. Shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Warren McClement. Warren, who had a really impressive game against St. Pete College, had a double-double.
Florida Gateway trying to press here. They're really starting to cause some turnovers for the Bobcats.
And we mentioned turnovers at the beginning of the broadcast, Bob. 14 turnovers heading into this game for the Florida Gateway College against Santa Fe. So this team turned over the ball a lot in that game against Santa Fe in a 100-47 loss. Inbound pass was to Eric Canavan. Pass back over. That's going to be Nicholas Cross. Slowing down the pace a little. A screen by number 11. Dishes it back out to Card. Card from three-point range off the back of the backboard, no good. And the Bobcats able to gain possession back. Pass over to Jacob Zio. Zio drive it in. Trying to use that size to his advantage. Wasn't able to make a shot though, no good. Back over to Florida Gateway. Wide open from three in the corner, that's good. Nicholas Cross, his first three of the evening for Florida Gateway, and it's a 7-3 lead here for Florida Gateway.
Gateway's going to continue this press until the Bobcats show they can beat it.
And another turnover, deep pass. That was a little overpassed there. Could have turned out costly. Luckily, Florida Gateway able to get back the ball there. Shot is off. That is no good. Off the rim, that's no good either. That shot was by number 2, Antonio Card.
This press is giving the Bobcats fits right now. They can't get the ball up court. Coach Jones making some substitutions here.
Substitutions is Demarion Scott coming into the game, and number 24, DeAndre Devon. Devon coming in for Marcellus Thomas. Grimshaw dishes it out to number 2. That is going to be Demarion Scott. Only 8 players are available for this Bobcat squad here entering tonight's game.
Nice pass.
And a beautiful play there by Devon, and he's on the board, and it's now a 2-point game here for the Bobcats. A great opportunity here to be able to at least tie the game back up. And they played well on defense. It's, again, Bob, what you mentioned is really just haven't been able to get it down court. And a turnover for Florida Gateway. DeAndre Devon able to get the ball back. Shot off from three-point range, no good.
That ball hit the shot clock at the top, so dead ball.
That was number 2, Demarion Scott on the shot there. Demarion Scott so far this season, 6.7 points per game, 37% from field goals, for field goals. He's 3rd on the team in free throw percentage as well. Dishes out to number 0, Amari Jordan. Jordan fakes dish. Passes it back to Jordan. Jordan over to number 3, Cross. Cross over to Card. And a battle for the basketball. It's going to be a jump ball. So Enriquez is going to go up against number 1 for Florida Gateway for the jump ball, Jeremiah Bars, who is one of their top scorers on this team. He's got 10.7 points per game so far this season.
Yeah, possession arrow there for the Bobcats, so they'll take it.
Warren back over to across the floor. Not a great pass, though, ending up to be. And that shot's good. That's number 15, Maurice Campbell, on the board. And that wasn't really a great pass. It was a long pass across the floor, but a defender was right there, able to get their hand in it, and that's going to get stuck up in the rim. The shot was by Seth Grimshaw there, and the ball got stuck in between the backboard and the rim. So that will be a dead ball, and it'll be a Florida Gateway basketball.
Florida Gateway keep pressing, and they keep getting turnovers out of it. So Bobcats are going to have to beat that press, Dylan.
5 minutes at this point have been played already here in this game. It is 9-5 here early in this ball game. back over. Shot is from Maurice Campbell off the mark, no good, and that's going to be a turnover out of bounds on Florida Gateway. So the Bobcats will gain possession. What's really helped the Bobcats is Florida Gateway has not been able to take advantage on their possessions. They haven't been really able to stretch out their lead, so it's kind of stayed at a stalemate up to this point here in this game. Shot is off from DeAndre Devon, no good, and Gateway's gonna have the ball back. Florida Gateway moving the ball around here and pass over. Oh, faked out there, and that's going to end up being a turnover though by Florida Gateway College. Dishes it out, and the shot is good. That's number 12, Marcellus Thomas, who made that shot, and the Bobcats are back in striking distance again, back to a 2-point lead here for Florida Gateway.
Nice strong move to the basket there by Thomas.
Two-man coverage. Looking back behind in three-point territory, there's an open man. Pass over in three-point range, but some struggles there trying to gain possession of that basketball. It's going to be Bobcats basketball here. So Bobcats will now have possession here. Marcellus Thomas dishes it in. Again, the Bobcats on a 3-game skid, trying to look for their first victory in the last couple of weeks, and same thing goes for Florida Gateway. They're on a 2-game skid as well heading into this game. So both teams trying to look for a win here tonight in Newport Richey. DeAndre Devon dishes it over to Marcellus Thomas. Thomas over to Enriquez. That's one thing that both teams have been doing well at, is trying to move the ball around and trying to give the defense fits. Very physical game up to this point as well. Very much man-to-man. Shot is no good, but a shot clock violation, but a rebound though. The shot was actually was able to get off in time, and then the rebound ended up going into the favor of the Bobcats, because by then the shot clock reset. It is 9-11. Shot is off the backboard, no good. Devon over to number 2, to Marion Scott. Shot by Grimshaw, and that is good. If you're Grimshaw there, you got to be happy about that shot going off. It wasn't the cleanest shot. It did hit off the backboard after hitting off the rim, but Bobcats able to get a 3-point shot and take the lead.
Interesting start to the game, Dylan. Both these coaches, Coach Ruiz and Coach Jones, played at the state college level here in Florida.
Coach Ruiz, a former FGC student. Again, he's a 10-time Coach of the Year, which is really remarkable. That is an incredible amount of Coach of the Year awards that he's been able to receive. And obviously we know Coach Jones as well has had a good career here with PHSC, a long career, one of the longer coaches, tenured coaches here at PHSC with the athletic program.
It was interesting talking to Coach Jones about how the game has evolved since when he played. His position's kind of a little outdated now, being a little bit bigger. Yeah,
we talked a little bit about the center position, and really especially throughout the entirety of basketball, from the NBA to the college level, that center position has just changed. The way that position is played has really evolved from more of a bigger set guy. You're looking for a size guy. Now you're looking more for guys who can do everything, who can shoot the basketball, who's got the abilities, to play defense. So you're really looking for a more all-around player at that center position. That's going to be a backcourt violation, and that basketball is actually going to come right next to us over here in the broadcasters area.
Usually it's baseball we get the balls in the booth.
I know.
Got a ball in our booth here.
Wasn't able to. It was over the head of number 1 for Florida Gateway College. That's Jeremiah Bars, who, as we mentioned, is one of the top scorers on this Gateway College team. McLement passed over. Zio, that is good. Nice job there, an easy lay-in for Jacob Zio.
Nice move there by Zio. We'll see how these two teams, Dylan, how the endurance plays out. Neither team has a lot of depth on the bench.
And a missed pass there. Not a great pass by Florida Gateway. Shot is off from three-point range. That is good. That's by Caleb Hayden, his first shot of the evening here for Florida Gateway. Again, quick pace here for the Bobcats, trying to keep the defense on their heels right now. Passes into the paint. No good, however. And the Bobcats will turn it over after a missed shot. Looking over to three-point range, number 10 over there, that is Christian Wilson. He was wide open, didn't end up taking the shot, however. Over to Jeremiah Bars. Shot is off by number 20. That's Vanari Johnson, the other leading scorer here for this Florida Gateway College team. He's got 10.7 points per game as well this season.
It's going to be a non-shooting foul there. Bobcats will take the ball inbounds.
Pass over to number 2 again. That is, again, going to be Demarion Scott. And no shot.
Both teams now picking up some fouls, Dylan.
3 fouls for both squads here already in this game. PHSC so far the only team that has taken a timeout. Pass inbound to number 20, Vanari Johnson. Johnson dishes it out to number 10. That is going to be Christian Wilson. Over to Caleb Hayden. And back to Tadarius goalie. Under 10 on the shot clock. Shot is up, and that is good. Another three-point shot by Caleb Hayden. It is now 14-17. Seth Grimshaw with the ball, dishes it out over to Jacob Zio. Grimshaw over to McLemmon, over to DeAndre Devon. There were a few changes made for the Bobcats. Number 12, Marcellus Thomas checked back into the game for the Bobcats. This is pretty much your starting 5 other than Edgar Enriquez is out of the game right now.
Nice soft touch there by Zio.
Passes it over to number 5, Caleb Hayden. That was to Jamari Berries, and Hayden not able to get the shot off. He's now 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Grimshaw, nice pass to DeAndre Devon, not able to finish, however. And Jacob Zio, nice little move to get towards the bucket, and he's able to make that shot. It's now 18-17, Bobcats with a 1-point lead. That was a nice move there by Jacob Zio, able to get around the defender and make that shot at the bucket. It does give the Bobcats a 1-point advantage, and that's really the big thing. With such a close lead, you don't really want to take too many risks here. You want to kind of keep that lead close, or at least keep the score close, especially with the Bobcats. That shot's off by Grimshaw, no good. DeAndre Devon, he's going to drive into the paint. No good, however, by Devon either. And that's out of bounds, but it will stay at Florida Gateway ball as the Bobcats were the last to touch.
Gateway taking a lot of three-pointers, Dylan. They hit on a few, but they've been kind of cold these last 3 or 4 possessions.
Caleb Hayden has been really the one guy I would say who's really looked good from the three-point line. He's made those 2 shots to kick off his night here for the Florida Gateway College. He's been one of the big three-point shooters here early on in this game for Florida Gateway. Shot off from 3. That is a beautiful shot there. That's number 20, Vanari Johnson. Again, that's the top leader in points per game here for this Florida Gateway College squad. And that's going to stay Bobcats basketball. 2018 is your score, 2-point lead here for Florida Gateway College. There is a substitution here as Maurice Campbell's coming into the game for Jeremiah Bars. Jeremiah Bars and Vanari Johnson were actually sharing the court, which again are the 2 top points per game scorers here for this Gateway College team. And tipped by Jacob Zio, but right in the hands of Johnson. But it's going to be a turnover. Stepping out of bounds was Benari Johnson, so the Bobcats will gain possession, and that's what you need if you're the Bobcats, some of these mistakes.
Bobcats very aggressive on defense. They're definitely getting their hands up and getting their hands in the passing lanes.
Thomas to Grimshaw. Grimshaw over to McLemmon. Pass back over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw now trying to get around the defender, Caleb Hayden, no good. And it's going to be a rebound here for Florida Gateway. Not very many people. It's going to be an odd man rush. That shot is no good. Trying to go for the dunk. Tried to slam it in. Hayden downtown, no good. That's no good either. That's going to be a foul. That was on Jacob Zio, charged with the personal foul. So Maurice Campo will head to the line to shoot for two. There was a lot of commotion there at the bucket.
A lot of action.
A few dunk attempts, some missed dunk attempts, I guess you might add as well.
Loud action.
Yes. First shot is no good by Campbell. Checking into the game is Edgar Enriquez. So some of the players who are not in the, or I guess we would say are not in the starting lineup tonight, or are not on the bench, if you will, who can't come into the game, is some of the players is going to be DeMarvian Brown, Elliot Rouse, excuse me. A few other guys is Felix Gamboa and Giovanni Hogan are some of the players who are not currently eligible tonight. So again, only a 8-man group here for this Bobcats team. So again, if foul trouble becomes an issue, that definitely will be something to keep an eye out.
Yeah, foul trouble, and also I don't think that either team can maintain this pace.
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely a much bigger roster for Florida Gateway heading into this game. Relatively a full bench almost for Florida Gateway. Shot is up. That is good. Nice shot there by number 12, Marcellus Thomas. Bobcats tie things up here. 20-20. Caleb Hayden off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Thomas. Another great play, and he was quick to the basket there for that rebound. Thomas again, a beautiful play. That's going to be a foul on the play. Thomas will head to the line to shoot for two. That was an easy foul there. So a personal foul there for going into the Bobcats' favor. So two will be awarded for Marcellus Thomas.
Yeah, I think that was Campbell on Florida Gateway. He helped Thomas up, though, after the hard foul. It was good to see.
Shot is off. That's good, and it's now a 1-point lead for the Bobcats here. Thomas is 74.1% at the free throw line. So very good free throw shooter here for the Bobcats, as is really most of this team. Very good free throw shooters for this Bobcats team. Shot is off. That is good. So 2-point lead for the Bobcats. Already down the court is Florida Gateway. Again, very high paced here early on in this game. It's going to be interesting to see if we'll see a lot of this high pace intensity here heading into the second half of action. Pass over to the other side of the court. Shot is off. That was no good by Antonio Card, who is one of the starters to begin the game tonight for this Florida Gateway Timberwolves squad.
Good rebound there by Enriquez for the Bobcats.
Oh, and that will be a foul. It's going to be on. It's going to be a blocking foul. Those are some of those tough plays to kind of tell there on those, because of the, if it's going to go a blocking foul or a charge, and those are one of those tough plays to kind of make as if you're a referee.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though when the offensive player's not moving that much.
Yeah.
Nothing to draw the charge there.
Edgar Enriquez back into the game. His first shot is good, and he'll have a foul as well. So he'll have an and-one opportunity here for the PHSC Bobcats.
I tell you, the Bobcats got some strong moves to the hoop. Quite a number of players. They take it in there and they want to score.
.6:32 left to play for anybody who's joining us here on the broadcast. Again, we appreciate everyone who has tuned in here tonight from PHSC. College basketball from Newport Richey back in action, and we're broadcasting it again, Bob. It's been fun so far. A lot of good action so far. High pace as well. Both teams have been able to keep this high intensity game play up to this point here in tonight's game.
Happy Thanksgiving week, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Happy Thanksgiving. And that's going to be a foul. It looks like that's going to be a charging foul on Florida Gateway College. It will be, again, another personal foul. So PHSC will gain possession.
Looks like Gateway's going to go into their full court press here again.
Yep. Passes it over to Warren McLemmon. And off the hand, that was number 2, Antonio Card, who had blocked that pass. But a nice shot by Grimshaw, and now the Bobcats are extending this lead. It's now 8 points. And
nice looking shot there by Grimshaw.
If you're PHSC, Bob, this is exactly what you were hoping for. Extend this lead out a little bit, give yourself some little bit of comfort. Now back to a 6-point lead after the made shot for Florida Gateway. Grimshaw passes it to Edgar Enriquez. Enriquez not able to hold on to the basketball, had some trouble with that pass, and that's rebounded there by DeAndre Devon. Edgar Enriquez is wide open. That's going to be an easy lay-in, but it was blocked. No foul called. There are bodies all over the end of the court there on the PHSC side. There were fans who were definitely disappointed on the call there. People thought that was going to be a foul or maybe even a goaltending.
I've never seen so many bodies on the floor and no foul called, Dylan.
No. So a foul for the Bobcats. There was so much commotion going on. I was looking over here and then looking over
everywhere.
there. So Eric Canavan will head to the line to shoot for 2. It's now a 4-point Bobcats lead, but now down to 3. So back to a 1-possession lead here for PHSC. And you really need to get something here. You need to get a shot here, and that's going to be a turnover and out of bounds on the Bobcats. No foul, no blocking foul at all.
I think the Bobcats have figured out how to beat the press. They've been using the whole court going side to side, but then they've gotten the ball across midcourt, but then they've been turning it over after they get across midcourt now.
3 quarters already here of the first half are through. 5 minutes and 7 seconds, 28-25 is the score right now. High intensity game. Only 1 timeout so far has been taken between both squads. That was PHSC a couple minutes ago here in the ball game. Obviously things have changed and PHSC now has the lead. Passes to number 11, Eric Canavan. Shot is good. 28-27, 1-point lead, Jacob Zio. Zio moves back over to 3-point territory. McLemmon able to keep it, but we're gonna call it a turnover. It's gonna be out of bounds by Warren McLemmon. He wasn't able to keep his foot in bounds. Yeah, it ended up stepping out of bounds, and it's now gonna be Florida Gateway College basketball. 4:30 left to play, 1-point Bobcat lead. These are huge possessions here as we finish out the half. Big man gonna head into the paint, pass back over. That shot's good by Venari Johnson. Grimshaw though, quick pass out to him. That shot is no good, off the backboard and in the rim, but it bounced out. It's a 2-point Timberwolves lead. Shot is off, no good, off the rim. Again, the and one, the rebound and the putback, that was good. And now it's back to 4 for Timberwolves, and the Bobcats are in trouble currently in a turnover. Well, excuse me, not a turnover, it went out of bounds, but it ended up staying Bobcats basketball.
Had quite a few lead changes in this first half. Definitely a lot of momentum swings, Dylan.
Yeah, there's been some highs, there's been some lows for both teams at points here in this game. It was an 8-point lead for the Bobcats here just a few minutes ago. McLymont passed over to number 12, Marcellus Thomas. Shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Jacob Zio over to Edgar Enriquez. Enriquez over to Grimshaw. Easy shot for Grimshaw, but over the rim. Shot is off, that is good. And an and one. So Enriquez will head to the line to shoot 1.
Enriquez starting to assert himself down low there. It's a couple of buckets in the last maybe couple minutes.
Currently, this is your starting 5 who is currently out here for the Bobcats. This is the entire starting group in the game right now for PHSC.
1 point lead now for the Timberwolves.
And shot is not able to be put in, actually went out of bounds. So Bobcats able to gain possession here. 3 minutes, 24 is left on the clock, just to keep everybody aware of the clock here.
Bobcats with a chance to retake the lead here.
And really, if you're PHSC, you would love to at least have the lead heading into the half, no matter what the lead is. A missed pass there, not really a great pass, hit off a Gateway defender, but able to put it in was number 12. That again was Marcellus Thomas.
Good control there by Marcellus Thomas. There was the ball was doing all kinds of weird things, but he kept control.
And another turnover for Florida Gateway, and Thomas again going up. That's going to be Florida Gateway basketball.
Yeah, they'll have the possession arrow this time. Boy, Thomas gotten down on the floor hard a couple of.
That was a, yeah, let's say that was a very aggressive shot there on that make, or on that attempt there, but again, turned over.
I think the defender had the ball blocked pretty solid, and that's what brought him down, but.
I believe that was just, it wasn't a foul there though, it was an out of bounds call.
No, it was just had all ball, but he brought Marcellus down with it.
And that goes out of bounds, and that now it's going to be the Bobcats gaining possession. And again, just some mistakes here for the Bobcats and for Florida Gateway.
It's really nonstop action though,
yeah,
Dylan.
It is. That's really what's kept the game close, is these turnovers. You know, balls going out of bounds and just not really good, I guess you could say, ball movement, if you will, here for both squads.
I'd say Zio can really elevate though. He just hangs in the air.
And a turnover, Gateway College not able to hold on to the basketball. Jacob Zio, and that's going to be off the rim, but a foul. So a foul, and Jacob Zio will head to the line to shoot for 2. Zio a little shaken up there after the play. Hopefully he's okay. Again, this is again what we had mentioned, Bob, is only 8 players for the Bobcats. So again, always nervous when you see a player getting up a little bit slow there.
Yeah, that underneath that hoop is getting worn out, Dylan. We've had multiple bodies down there the whole first half.
And that shot is off. Might be getting a replacement here.
Yeah, that's where Zio maybe take a little bit more time. Sure, the ref would have given it to him.
Such a testament though for Zio. I mean, you got to think about it. You just got hit very hard down on the floor, and now you're getting back up. I mean, it's really a testament to, you know, his drive and willing and competitiveness.
Well, Coach Jones said definitely free throw shooting, a lot of it's mental.
Yep.
You know, just get grouped up and get into your routine.
Shot is no good. So 3-point lead still here for the Bobcats. That's where it currently stays with 2 minutes left to go even here in the first half of action. Bobcats trying to at least hold on to the lead here, and that shot is good by number 11, Eric Canavan. 1 point lead now for the Bobcats. 35-34 is the score. Jacob Zio kind of had some room there. Maybe he could have drove in. That shot's no good. Edgar Enriquez, however, no good. Shot by Warren McLemmon. That was good, though.
Good job by Warren there.
That was a good job there by the Bobcats in the right place at the right time, able to gain those rebounds, kind of use their aggressiveness, I guess if you will, for the advantage, and ended up going in the Bobcats' favor.
It's one of those balls you just want to go right back up to the hoop. No dribble, no nothing else. Just go right back up.
That shot was off the top of the backboard. Seth Grimshaw driving in. That's no good. And it's a turnover for the Bobcats, rebounded by Florida Gateway.
Action's actually picking up here on the last minute.
Yep. Exciting here, action from Newport Richey, Florida. A nice crowd here tonight here in Newport Richey. Under a minute to play. Again, 30-second shot clock, so shot clock will be interesting to see how it is kind of used here in the last couple of seconds here in this first half. Do have some substitutions here. Christian Wilson will be coming out of the game, and checking in will be number 15, Maurice Campbell, and number 32, Tadarius Gully. He'll be coming in for Eric Canavan. 37-34, 3-point lead. Passed over. Shot is off. No good. And the Bobcats able to rebound it. And they will, again, not have the shot clock advantage where they can't use the shot clock and let the clock wind down. So they will have to take a shot off. So Florida Gateway may get one more possession here before the end of the first half, but it very well may not be a lot of time. Dishes out to Edgar Enriquez. Under 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Seth Grimshaw trying to get around his defender. Wide open lane, no good. Under 10 to play here. And there's a stoppage. It looks like it's going to be a turnover on Florida Gateway. So the Bobcats are going to gain possession. It's hard to tell from our side of the court if a player goes out of bounds, so I believe he went out of bounds there on the play. So This is a great opportunity for the Bobcats to score right before the end of half. DeAndre Devon, not much time. Shot is off. That is almost all in. Not able to get the buzzer beater off, and a very close shot there by DeAndre Vaughn as the Bobcats head into the second half with a 3-point lead here. Again, a lot of fouls for both teams, 9 fouls for Florida Gateway and 6 for PHSC, but overall a really entertaining first half. I mean, if the first half indicates anything, we're in for a really good second half of action.
I can't wait for the second half, Dylan. I mean, there was nonstop action in the first half, and then, of course, the game's on the line in the second half. Close game here with a 3-point Bobcat lead.
Who do you say has really impressed you so far for PHSC up to this point?
Well, I think a number of guys. I think Zio, when he elevates above everyone else, he just seems to hang in the air. And I'll tell you, Enriquez came on there with a couple of strong moves down low. He's very selective when he goes to the basket, but when he goes up there, he's going to make that basket.
I tell you what, Marcellus Thomas has played very well as well. He's been very aggressive going into the basket and making those, close-range shots. So it's been a very interesting game so far. A lot of, aggressive close-range shots and then a lot of three-pointers that have been, tried for both squads as well. Some obviously not going in each team's favor, which is obviously going to happen. But for the most part, it's been a very entertaining game. A lot of good mixture of basketball. So if you're a fan of different types of basketball, this is really the game for you today here from Newport Richie.
We've had everything. We've had bodies on the floor from some hard fouls and non-fouls. We actually have 4 bodies on the floor and no foul called. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, we've seen some good three-point shooting. We've seen some good ball movement. We've seen guys who just going right, rebounding and going right back up with the ball, playing the inside game. So I don't know what to expect in the second half. Looked like Florida Gateway had the Bobcats there on the full court press for quite a few minutes there, getting a lot of turnovers. But then the Bobcats were able to spread it out, go sideline to sideline almost to beat the press. Of course, had a few turnovers down low on their side of the basket, but overall, a well-played game first half.
And what do you say that's really going to be the key is really whichever team can kind of clean up some of those mistakes there, because there were a lot of turnovers. We saw for both teams turning over the ball a few times, and Gateway as well. Obviously, some times where they would lose the ball and then PHSC able to gain possession. Same thing goes for PHSC. Do you think that's going to be really one of the big keys here heading into the second half?
Yeah, I think Gateway definitely can match up. They got a couple of big guys that are down low, but you could tell the Bobcats don't mind that because that'll get them into their quick break game if there's a turnover. So, but yeah, we'll see how the second half plays out, and looks like coaches here is trying to strategize. It's a matchup game, so it'll be interesting what the coaches come up with.
Well, he did say man-to-man would be one of the we'll see a little bit of that here tonight between Florida Gateway and PHSC. I think we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back on the air in a little bit. I would say about the 2-minute marker maybe. We'll get back on the air here. So fans, stay tuned for the second half of action here on I guess you would say feast week here for college basketball.
You don't want to miss this second half, Dylan. We got a great one going here.
We got a good one here from Newport Richie. Florida Gateway and PHSC 37-34 as we head into the second half of action here from Newport Richie.
Good first half. Kind of exciting game.
Oh, man, it was great. There was so much going on. I was like, oh, turnover. That was crazy.
Yep.
But I got my scoreboard.
This guy, Karen, what's his name?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back from Newport Richey, Florida. If you're just tuning in, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving to you from all of us here at PHSC and here with the PHSC athletic program here on a chilly night outdoors. But we're inside, we're nestled up. I got my jacket on here, Bob, and it's
basketball weather.
It's basketball weather tonight as we got, again, Florida Gateway College and PHSC here about to get back going here again here in the second half of action. It is 37-34 as the score here, currently heading into the second half of action, and we kind of touch base on pretty much all the measures here after the end of the first half of action. So we'll get you right back going for the second half. And again, it's going to be a fun one, Bob. I mean, we got some high octane offenses so far here heading into the second half of action. It's going to be really, really high pace here heading into this final half.
Yeah, can't wait, Dylan. Getting ready to start here in a few seconds.
Saw Larry Bem coming in, or
Coach Bem, Hall of Famer
Bem.
Coach Bem.
Talked to him right before we went back here to the broadcast table.
Want to say again hi to all of our viewers out there, whether you're a Bobcat fan or a Timberwolf fan. We thank you for tuning in, and happy Thanksgiving week to everyone out there.
Yep. 2 more days left till Thanksgiving. Bob, what do you got planned for Thanksgiving? What's your plans?
Going to eat a lot and watch some football and
Yep.
whatever else is on TV.
Is there any college basketball? I guess there's probably some tournaments, right? Yeah.
I'm sure there is. Hey, special shout out to Tyler and James, too, doing our video work.
Yes.
It's such a treat to have 2 guys that are as professional as they are running all the video, and we don't have to worry about any of the technical stuff. We just do our broadcasting gig. Yeah,
they've done a great job and really been just a huge help all in all for us here at PHSC, and we've really enjoyed having them assisting us here. And we're back to action here. Bobcats beginning with the basketball. All the starting group is out here for both squads as, again, pretty much like the way the game had started. The starting 5 for both teams getting the start here for the second half. McLemont going back forward again, no good, but the putback no good. Edgar Enriquez, that's in between the legs of one of the players for Florida Gateway. That was Omari Jordan.
I don't know if Omari knew it was between his knees.
No, I don't think he did. Though Florida Gateway does gain possession back. I believe that they had called it there, so Florida Gateway does have possession now of the basketball, so already a turnover here for the Bobcats.
It's a shame. They had about 3 offensive rebounds. They just couldn't get it in the bucket.
Florida Gateway trying to get, that was number 2, Antonio Carter, was trying to get his player to move to the right position here to pass the ball around. Obviously, they're going to try and get this defense working a little bit here. Pass out, and a 3-point shot. That is going to be no good, but it will still be Bobcats basketball. I believe the shot clock did, in fact, end up nulling that shot. So even if that did go through, I don't believe that would have actually went through as a shot. Still no points have been scored yet here to begin the second half of action. Warren McLemont shot is good, and that's going to be a 2-point shot there, and the Bobcats will begin the scoring here in the second half of action. Warren was our player of the game last game, had a really good game in that game against Trinity College.
It's interesting trying to figure out what each team has made for adjustments. It's a good steal by Zio.
Zio drives in off the rim or backboard, no good. Rebound though by Warren McLemont, but right to number 0, Omari Jordan. That was literally passed to Jordan. That had no airtime at all to get over Jordan's head. And the putback no good. Edgar Enriquez with the rebound. Wasn't a great pass there. I believe that was going to be to Grimshaw, but it wasn't really a great pass there to Grimshaw at midcourt.
I almost feel like both teams have come out a little bit too energized out of the halftime, and they just need to calm it down a little bit and make some shots. They're getting some good looks. They're just not making the baskets.
2 minutes in, and there still has yet to be a shot made, or only 2 shots have been scored, but now another shot was made, so now it will be 4. So 4 points scored already here for the Bobcats.
I think that was Zio real quick on the inbounds pass there, able to put it up and in.
It's 41-34 currently here with already 2 minutes played. 17:58 is currently the clock right now for the game clock. Shot is off by Zio. That is good. What a good night he's having, Jacob Zio.
Yep.
Antonio Card right now with the basketball. He's their guy who runs things here for the offense. Passes it to number 11, Eric Canavan, and that's good. Canavan, who's having a really nice game, very versatile as a big man. And again, you notice their big man here for this Florida Gateway College team. They're not really big in size, but they're big in height, and they, again, can score relatively easily.
Yeah, Canavan's hard to defend when he gets the ball that far down low under the basket.
Yep. Really, when you have that reach, it's really hard because how much reach they have to the basket is really gives you an advantage over a lot of your opponents.
Yeah, good point. He's got good height and good reach.
Shot off by Grimshaw, no good. Rebounded by Florida Gateway College. 42-36 is your score right now. It's a 6-point lead for PHSC. 6 timeouts here up to this point here remaining for Florida Gateway. They've yet to use a timeout. 5 here for PHSC. They have used a timeout back in the first half. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be a blocking foul. I believe that's going to be on Jacob Zio. So that will send up to the line number 3, Nicholas Cross. That's the first foul here in the second half of action for the Bobcats. 3 already for Florida Gateway, which is definitely worrisome if you are the Florida Gateway Timberwolves. So first shot was no good. Second shot for Cross is going to be in. So 1 for 2 here from the line on those free throw attempts. Again, the lineups are pretty much relatively the same. The only change is Maurice Campbell came into the game for the Florida Gateway College Timberwolves. Shot is up by Zio, no good. Off the backboard, that shot is no good either by Edgar Enriquez. So it will stay 42-38. A little bit of a bad pass there by Florida Gateway, but it will stay Gateway basketball. I believe it had hit off a Bobcat there, and it was went out of bounds, so it ended up staying Florida Gateway possession. Very fortunate there for the Timberwolves. Dishes it out to Campbell. Campbell from 3, that's good, and a nice shot there by Campbell. And again, that's another, we talked about that at the halftime, is we've seen some good three-point shooting here from both squads.
Yeah, Gateway's been streaky. They start getting hot, and we may have another lead change here.
1-point lead for the Bobcats. Bobcats are in trouble right now and haven't scored in a bit. That shot, though, was good. Jacob Zio again. Or, excuse me, that was actually Warren, excuse me.
That was Warren.
I saw the 1 on the back. It was kind of hard to tell there for a minute. So Warren actually with the and 1 attempt. Sometimes it's hard to see from our vantage point here from where our table's situated.
Well, I tell you why, Warren made himself real small trying to get an angle there going to the basket. You couldn't see who he was.
Yep. Good play there by Warren. 44-41, 3-point lead here for the Bobcats. Campbell with the ball, holds on to it for a second, dishes it out to number 2, Antonio Card. Shot is no good, however. McClement dishes it out to Grimshaw. No changes have been made at all for the PHSC Bobcats lineup here in the second half. They've kept with this starting group. That ball's tipped up in the air. Grimshaw tried to make the reach for it. Maurice Campbell was the play, and there is seriously, that was a serious play at the end of the court. I believe that was Marcellus Thomas, and I'm trying to get who it was. I believe it's kind of hard to tell the players who were involved with it. I believe it was number 2, Antonio Card on that play.
Hard to tell the players, but it's the same area of the court. We've had quite a number of guys going down on that side.
Well, actually, it will be DeAndre Jefferson, since he was the one being fouled. So he was the one who actually got into that collision. First shot is off, no good. That was a hard collision, and both guys dropped, and they were up in the air too. They went up to go get the basketball, which was falling down after it was missed, And both guys just collided, and again, just a physical game so far we've had a few of those happen here in this game. Some collisions that have happened between both players, and more so than anything, it's kind of scary if you're PHSC because you only are running with 8 guys on the roster. Jacob Zio is going to push in. He passes it to Edgar Enriquez. That's stolen by number 2, Antonio Card. Card goes up. That's good in the and 1. So Antonio Card will head to the line for the and 1 opportunity.
Chance to tie it up here for Florida Gateway.
That was a foul there by Jacob Zio. And as you mentioned, Bob, a great opportunity here for Florida Gateway to tie things up. But, I mean, if you're the Bobcats, that was not a really great pass there. It just kind of, there's a defender right in the middle in between the passing lane. And the Bobcats just ended up paying the price for it. So it is now down to 1 point. Luckily, the missed shot on the free throw opportunity.
It's been such an intense game that you can't let your guard down for 1 second.
No. Jacob Zio's shot is no good. A bunch of Florida Gateway defenders were right next to the basket to get a hand on the basketball, so that was going to be an easy rebound for Florida Gateway. Over to the corner for 3. That's good, and another good shot there by Florida Gateway, and they now have a 2-point advantage and have taken the lead back. Jacob Zio now hands it over to DeAndre Devon. I don't know if he was ready for that pass, however. He had 2 guys around him. Warren McLemmott, shot from 3. That is off the rim, no good. A missed tip there, but able to keep possession is Florida Gateway College. Shot is off. That is good by number 3, Nicholas Cross. And it's now 4 points here for Florida Gateway as the lead. I mean, just back and forth, and now Florida Gateway has a little bit of an advantage here. Shot is up, no good, but out of bounds. And it's going to stay Bobcats possession, and a fortunate break here for the Bobcats, but a timeout called.
Well, Dylan, more in the second half of what we saw in the first half, just nonstop action. We've had a couple lead changes already in the second half.
So the second timeout used here by the PHSC Bobcats. Yet to have used a timeout is Florida Gateway, which is, again, interesting to kind of look at here. No timeouts have been used yet by Florida Gateway. Interesting strategy heading into this game, not using any timeouts yet here so far.
I wonder if Florida Gateway just wants to keep the action rolling, knowing that the Bobcats only have a few on the bench.
Well, and if you think about it, too, I mean, you got 14 minutes left in the game. You might as well save them till later in the game. You have the depth when it comes to, you know, your backups and such. You make a good point there with PHSC. Again, they only have 8 players. That's kind of been the one of the stories of the game heading into this game tonight, is only driving with 8 players here for tonight's game. So again, you got to be really make sure you don't overwork your guys here, especially later in this game as it gets closer. And Bobcats again have possession here with the basketball. Marcellus Thomas on the court. The 2 changes were, again, made here. Demarion Scott's in the game, and number 24, DeAndre Devon's in the game. That will be a foul, however. So Warren will head to the line to shoot for 2.
Is that Canavan's 4th foul?
I believe so.
Yeah. He's going to have to be a little careful here for Florida Gateway.
Again, the foul thing is, the foul out is 5. That's the magic number here in the college basketball realm.
Right. So the next foul, and he would be out.
He would be out of the game, which is a guy you don't want to lose. He's been very, very good for Florida Gateway so far here tonight, and he's, again, been a crucial piece.
Yeah, I almost think the Bobcats may force that action in the middle.
And that's going to be a turnover. It's going to be on the Bobcats. So the Bobcats able to get the ball back. It had touched number 1, Jeremiah Bars. I believe it had tipped off the hand of DeAndre Devon, and it must have bounced off after that off Bars. So it's going to be a turnover on Florida Gateway, and the Bobcats now have the ball back, down by 3. Big opportunity here for the Bobcats. Under 14 to play here in the game on the clock. Passed over, a bad pass there. I'm not sure really what happened there. Jacob Zia was almost kind of intercepting the pass from number 14, Warren McLemmott. Shot is no good. Shot is going to be off the rim, but a foul. That's going to be on Warren McLemmott. for the Bobcats. And it's going to be 2 shots from the free throw line here. This is Jeremiah Bars who's at the free throw line, and kind of an interesting pass situation there for the Bobcats. That pass looked like it was going to go over to Warren, but Jacob Zio had intercepted it almost from his own teammate.
Some substitutions coming in here for the Bobcats.
Back to the starting 5 for the Bobcats here. So it's the same it's the same starting 5 that started the game here for the Bobcats. Warren, it's Thomas, McLement, Grimshaw, Zio, and Enriquez as your 5 on the floor for the Bobcats. Zio from 3, this is a crucial shot, and that's good. And just like that, the Bobcats are back at a 2-point deficit. 13 minutes left to play here for PHSC. They are down by 2, but again, in great position and be able to get that lead back in their favor. Passed over, shot is off, and no good. Shot was by Venari Johnson. Again, the top scorer when it comes to points per game here for this Florida Gateway College squad. Grimshaw now with the basketball. He passes it over to number 12, Marcellus Thomas. Thomas now. Oh, and almost was going for the shot, but a foul. So a foul on number 20, Venari Johnson. He was going for the shot and was called for the foul there. So it's going to be 2 points opportunities for the Bobcats here with Marcellus Thomas at the line. So his first attempt here at the charity stripe here in the second half. First shot's good. And these are so huge, Bobby. Right here, you could get the game right back to a tied ball game. 49-49 could be the score.
Yeah, Bobcats starting to hit their free throws. That's good to see because this game could come down to the last minute and might turn out to be whatever team can hit free throws better in the last minute would win the game.
Shot is good, and a nice job there by number 12, Marcellus Thomas. Able to hit his 2 free throw shots, and it's back to a tie game. Shot by Caden Hunter, that is good. Or, excuse me, Caleb Hayden, excuse me, my bad. Caleb Hayden able to make that 3-point shot, who has been very, very dangerous from the 3-point area here for Florida Gateway. Grimshaw dishes it out to McLement. Nice job there. Great pass by Grimshaw, able to find McLement.
That was a pass of the night by Grimshaw there.
It was really an easy pass. It wasn't that hard, really, by Grimshaw. It was a nice, smooth pass, really a great transition there for the Bobcats.
Yep, hit him right in stride.
51-52 is the score. Bobcats down by 1. Moving it around is Florida Gateway, keeping it behind the 3-point line and around the arc. And a turnover, almost a turnover. Shot is off, and that was just to try and get the shot off. The shot clock was winding down, and they just weren't able to make a great shot at the end there, so it's going to be now Bobcats basketball. Grimshaw with the ball now. Nice job by Zio with the screen. McLyman now. Zio wide open from mid-range, and he makes that shot. It's now a 1-point lead for the Bobcats, and back and forth, Bob, it has been here tonight.
Yeah, Zio's been hot. He definitely is feeling it.
This is what you want if you're the Bobcats. Keep it close. Keep it in your vicinity of trying to get the ball back. But another 3 again for Florida Gateway. And that has been the story of the second half, is Florida Gateway are knocking down these 3-point shots. Something that we haven't seen the Bobcats do very much this second half.
Yeah, Bobcats, like you said, got to keep it close while they're hot here on these 3-pointers.
And that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on number 1, Jeremiah Bars. It's going to be a foul and an opportunity for 2 here for Marcellus Thomas.
Thomas had a lot of opportunities at the free throw line here tonight.
That was Jeremiah Bars' first of the evening here for Florida Gateway College. 7 fouls up to this point already here for Florida Gateway. They are already in the bonus, and that's one thing that's going to be super key now for the Bobcats, is they're in the bonus. So any foul now that goes in the favor of the Bobcats. They'll be at the line shooting 2. And a turnover already. A good job by the Bobcats, able to get in there without causing a foul on the play. And again, it's tied 55-55.
Plenty of time left, Dylan.
Oh yeah, a lot of time left, 10 minutes. We're not even halfway through the second half. That shot is no good, but a foul, and it's gonna be a charging foul. That's gonna be number 5, Caleb Hayden, on the charging foul there.
Not sure if that was Zio, but somebody established good ground there down below the basket, and that's definitely offensive charge.
Caleb Hayden did make a good attempt, though, going after that shot, but again, just ended up being a charging foul there because obviously good defensive stance already at the rim.
Looks like we're going to go back to a full court press here from Florida Gateway.
Warren trying to assess his situation here, trying to figure out who to pass to here to inbound the ball. He was able to get it out and back to him again, back to Warren again. Little over 10 to play here in this game. It is tied up here. Zio, oh, what a shot by Zio, and coming in clutch. It's now a 2-point Bobcats lead. What a night Jacob Zio is having.
Yeah, I think Zio feels like he can make almost anything right now.
What a night Zio has had so far. Just everything that he's had to play through, especially too, he had that play where he got fouled and he got hit very hard going up to the rim. And he ended up getting back up and was able to make a few of his free throw shots there. So he's done a really impressive job. He's really impressed me tonight as well. That shot's good for Florida Gateway, and we're back to tied again. Grimshaw, though, wide open down court. This should be an easy play, and Grimshaw able to make it. That's good. Back to 2-point lead here for the Bobcats. Back and forth action we got here tonight. This has been a fun one. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better broadcast to game to broadcast here tonight, Bob. This has been exciting back and forth action.
Yeah.
No team has been out of it.
It's been hard to talk. There's been like nonstop action. I don't know when to jump in.
You jump in whenever you want, Bob. We love when you. You do make great analogies and stuff for our broadcast. So jump in whenever you like.
Well, you don't need to do much here with this play on the court. Very exciting game.
Very exciting game. Grimshaw with the basketball here, passes it out to Enriquez. Thomas now with the ball. Thomas, who's played very well tonight. He made some key free throw shots. McLement, and that's going to be a foul, actually.
Yeah, see a little bit different there. The Florida Gateway not as established. I think he ran in there right before the pass got in down low.
Again,
you got to establish your ground early to get that charging call. Yeah,
there wasn't really much established ground there by Amari Jordan. He's also now at 4 fouls, too. Another thing to keep an eye out here as well here, still with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, referee wants to see you set up for a while there. He's going to give you that offensive charge.
Big opportunity here for the Bobcats. First shot is good by Warren McLemmon.
Bobcats heating up on the free throw line. That's going to be a key.
3-point lead now here. Some changes here. Caleb Hayden coming out of the game, as well as Venari Johnson, and coming into the game is going to be Antonio Carter and Nicholas Cross, 2 of the starters from the beginning of the ball game. 3-point lead for the Bobcats. Shot is good, and that's been really, again, as you mentioned, Bob, the free throws have been just being drained by this Bobcats team, and so far they've looked really good from the free throw line here so far in this second half.
Yeah, if they keep it up, Coach Jones will be happy about that shooting percentage from the line.
This team has shot 63% from the free throw line, so this team is relatively good from the free throw line. They're not again, 70% free throw shooting team, but they're still reasonably a decent team at their line. That's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Florida Gateway who will be last touching the basketball, so PHSC will retain possession. Can't really say Florida Gateway had possession of the basketball because it was kind of just bobbling around over at the left end of the court here, at least on our left end.
Well, I think the referee gave him a new shot clock because of the back and forth on the possession.
Shot off is good by Warren McLemmon. A big shot there, a 3-pointer, and it's now 64-57. 7-point lead for the Bobcats. This is tied for the second largest lead the Bobcats have had tonight. The largest is 8. Double teamed over there for number 3, Nicholas Cross. Turnover by Florida Gateway. Wide open is number 12, Marcellus Thomas. That is going to be a foul, I believe. I'm not sure if that was a foul or an out of bounds call. And Marcellus Thomas is down right now. This is not what you want if you're PHSC.
See our trainer Mary going over there.
Marcellus Thomas, he might have hit the padding. I'm not sure exactly. It was hard to tell kind of from the angle here.
Yeah, it could be a combination too. Marcellus has gone down hard about 3 times already.
And if you're the Bobcats, if Marcellus cannot play the remainder of this game, there is only 7 minutes left here to play, I mean, you got to wonder, how does this affect now your game plan here the remainder of the way without having a guy like Marcellus, who was on the starting 5 here tonight for the Bobcats?
Let's see, Marcellus got up.
Yeah, Marcellus definitely struggling to get up off the floor. I mean, not really. He's limping a little bit, so I'm guessing it's some sort of, hopefully not a sprain. I'm not sure really. I'm not a doctor. I wish I knew more about some of it, but he is limping off the court, so he very well we may not see Marcellus at all the remainder of the evening, so we'll keep an eye on that here going forward. Marcellus is actually walking over near here. It looks like he's going to try and maybe rest himself. We'll see. We'll keep an eye over here with Marcellus. Grimshaw with the ball now here for the Bobcats. Grimshaw passes it, and that'll be off a defender. It will be Florida Gateway basketball, however. That was off the hands of Amari Jordan, and I believe it bounced off of Edgar Enriquez. So Florida Gateway now with the basketball. 7 minutes here, a little over 7 minutes left to play here in tonight's ball game. These two teams meeting for the first time of 7 this season. So we'll be seeing Florida Gateway a lot throughout the year. Edgar Enriquez with the rebound, and Bobcats have possession again. Edgar Enriquez to Grimshaw. Grimshaw from 3, no good. Warren with the ball. He's tipped it up in almost like a jump ball situation at the rim for the basketball between Florida Gateway and PHSC.
Starting to get to that point, Dylan, where possessions become very important. You want to try to score on each one.
And even time management will become important as well. That shot's good from mid-range. That's 2 points. And finally, Florida Gateway back on the board. They've kind of had a null, if you will, in the offense.
Yeah, they broke a pretty dry spell there with that bucket.
Devon able to rebound it himself, or recover it, I guess you could say himself. I don't know if that would consider a rebound. Pass over to McLement, and that shot is out of bounds. But I think the Bobcats will retain possession.
Refs are letting them play a little bit. We've seen a lot of contact and not too many fouls called.
Bobcats retain possession here. Grimshaw will be the one to inbound it. 5 minutes and 57 left to play.
Only 5 on the shot clock. Gonna have to get a shot off quick.
Zio, good job there. Shot by DeAndre Devon with only 1 second left. And Bobcats able to regain possession again.
Good job on the boards.
That resets the shot clock, so now you're at 15 on the shot clock. Jacob Zio shot is good, and Zio again.
Zio is hot.
And there was a man on Zio, which is crazy, and he still was able to make that shot. It's been a great game for Jacob Zio tonight.
I don't think Zio cares if he's covered right now.
And a rebound there by Edgar Enriquez. 66-59, 7-point lead. Zio with the basketball. And it's going to be a timeout, the first one for Florida Gateway College.
I'll tell you, if I'm Florida Gateway, I would cover Zio, because Zio is feeling it right now.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's an early player of the game candidate. Actually, excuse me, PHSC actually is taking the timeout. So they have 3 timeouts remaining. Florida Gateway is still yet to use a timeout here tonight.
Yeah, obviously we talked about the Bobcat bench already a little bit light. Now with Thomas sitting over there with an injury, I think Coach Jones wants to make sure his players at least catch their breath here for a couple minutes.
Well, and you're in a good position right now. If you're the Bobcats, you have a 7-point lead. This is, I wouldn't say a comfortable lead, especially the way the game has been played. Really, the largest lead has been 8 for PHSC. So this isn't a comfortable lead by all means, but you definitely are in a decent position where you can take a timeout and, you won't hurt if you take a timeout at this point in the game. You still have 3 timeouts remaining, which is a lot for, for the late stages of this ball game.
Sure, and we've seen Florida Gateway. They get hot with the 3-pointers, and it might be a minute and you're back in the game, even if you're down 7 or 8 points. So you're right. No lead is safe at this point, at least not this lead.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if Florida Gateway ends up, taking any timeouts at all during the game. I would imagine if it's later in the game, they would have taken a timeout at least at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see the strategy here the remainder of the way. Again, little over 5 minutes to play. Still a lot of time left the way this game has played out so far here tonight. This is, you couldn't ask for a better. This is, you're thankful for this. This is Thanksgiving week. You're thankful for a type of game like this.
We got great basketball, and we got Thanksgiving in a couple of days.
You could say we're thankful for this great basketball that we're getting.
Yeah, good job by both teams.
Enriquez passed over to Grimshaw, 13 on the shot clock. Now under 10. Shots got to get made here at some point. McLemon over to Grimshaw. Grimshaw over to DeAndre Devon. A great job there. Nice ball movement, and Devon able to take advantage. It's now a 10-point lead, the largest lead of the night here for the Bobcats.
Big shot there by Devon.
And if you're the Bobcats, this is when you start pulling away. This is when you can have that opportunity to pull away here in this ball game. And a turnover already by the Bobcats. Shot is off, but no good. Putback is good, though, however, by number 4, DeAndre Jefferson. So back to 8 points as being the lead. Again, that was the largest lead until just a minute ago, but now it's back to 8 points. The largest lead now was 10, but now back to 8. Shot off by Devon. What a clutch play by Devon. 72-61, making an 11-point lead, the largest lead tonight. 4 minutes, a little over 4 left to play.
Devon looking like Steph Curry on these
and a foul there. That's going to be, I believe, on Jacob Zio. There was a battle for the basketball there, and it's going to be a personal on Jacob Zio. That's going to be his 4th of the evening. So he is also in foul trouble here as well, even though he's had such an amazing game tonight.
Yeah, Florida Gateway's gone with their big lineup here.
Shot is off, no good. Shot again, that's good. Eric Canavan, who has really done a good job, able to, have those second chance opportunities and make them count where they need to be. So that's going to be an and one opportunity here for Florida Gateway.
Yeah, we haven't seen Canavan for a little while. He got in foul trouble. He's got 4, but they're bringing him back in here with 3 minutes left, 3:59.
So it's going to be 72-63. It is 61 on the scorecard, I guess you could say the scoreboard, if you will. But it really is 63. Shot is good.
Gateway back to their full court press.
So 72-64, 8-point lead here for the Bobcats. 3:51 left to play. And a turnover on the Bobcats. It's going to be Florida Gateway basketball. And almost could have been almost like a foul there. That's going to be a charging foul, though, on Florida Gateway. There was, and I saw that play kind of get together. There was definitely ground that was stood by PHSC. That's going to be on number 2 there, Antonio Card. That's his 2nd of the evening here for the Bobcats. Good job by Enriquez, and that's a big shot, and back to 10-point lead here for THSC.
Good job by Enriquez. He gets the charge on the one side of the court, comes back down, and gets a nice bucket on the other side.
And you kind of get that feeling at this point in the game that, realistically speaking, you kind of get that feeling that the Bobcats are looking, to try and hopefully finish out this game here. And they're at a point where 10-point lead, it's looking promising here as the time progresses towards the end.
Yeah, I think we'll see the Bobcats take a little bit more time before they take their shots because unless the Florida Gateway can go on a run of 3-pointers, time is not on their side right now.
And another timeout called by PHSC. That will be now down to 2. Again, Florida Gateway has yet to take a timeout at all tonight. So again, this is part, I would imagine, to game plan for PHSC, but also to give some players a rest as well, some extra time to get back and, you know, get ready for the remainder of this game.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Dylan, we were peaking at about 33 viewers there.
Yeah,
there we go. And then we've got a decent crowd here. You got to remember it's Thanksgiving week, so as I was sending out emails this week, I kept getting a lot of bounce backs from people, automatic bounce backs saying they were out of the office. So a lot of people traveling this week, and good opportunity for them to watch the game as we're being broadcasted on YouTube and Facebook, right?
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. And again, we do appreciate everybody for joining us here tonight, as we do plan on, we are going to be back next week for PHSC and Weber. Weber International University will be in town next week. Their JV squad, though.
I shortchanged us. I'm only talking about YouTube. I don't know how many are on Facebook. We could have an audience of a lot more. But
yeah, we have our Facebook page. Yep. Great crowd we've been able to establish on the streaming services that we've been greatly been able to be used by, and a great job, again, by Tyler and James, who have just done a tremendous job being able to set up all of the equipment that we've used, and has really been very beneficial.
They make us look really good, Dylan.
They do. And that shot is in and out, no good, and the Bobcats now have possession here with a 9-point lead. Game is still far from over. That's going to be a turnover, and that's going to be on Florida Gateway. The ball is right next to us.
I would get it, but my headset won't reach that far.
No, we are on our broadcast right now. We would get it. I don't think Marv Albert has to get the basketball, so we are doing more than Marv Albert is already, which I can't compare myself to Marv Albert just yet. Marv Albert's a legend in his own right. Same thing goes for our good friend Dick Vitale, who is making his college basketball return. We do want to wish him a safe recovery. Hopefully he's doing well, and hopefully he's being able to battle against cancer. Obviously, we got to meet him at the Tampa Bay Rays Tropicana Field game when they played the Yankees. He was in town and got a picture with him, and just a splendid guy, really a really neat guy, and obviously we love his personality, and he's always on Instagram posting different quotes and stuff. He's definitely a really gem, if you will, here in the Tampa area.
Yeah, what a nice guy. He took the time after the game when all the crowd was rushing out to get to their cars, and he took the time to take photos of both you and me and say a few words to us. That was a great thing.
It is currently 8:26 as we speak here on the main actual time here. So if fans are listening after tonight's game, you guys can go watch some D1 basketball after this. We got a full night of basketball. Gonzaga and UCLA is playing tonight. Should be a good one there on tap. Again, as we mentioned, a lot of the D1 colleges playing in these Feast Week tournaments. And that's going to be a travel on Florida Gateway College, and kind of the spiral, if you will, here for Gateway College here in this point in the game. And now it's again, 11-point lead here for PHSC. Fouls has really been the issue, more so for Florida Gateway. They have 3 more fouls than PHSC does, with 10 already, double-digit fouls here in this game. Grimshaw with the basketball now. Under 2:30 left to play here in the final half of action. Bobcats trying to close things out here from Newport Richey and trying to beat their in-region foe. Shot is off the under portion of the backboard, not able to get in, so that's no good, and a turnover. Shot is off, but that's no good either. Both missing the hoop on those shots for PHSC and for Florida Gateway. That shot, though, is good for Warren McClement. And one opportunity here for the PHSC Bobcats. That is going to be number 2 on the foul there, Antonio Card, his 3rd of the evening.
Boy, you really appreciate what great athletes these guys are. Warren there catches that ball from a full court pass.
Yeah.
In stride, jumps up, makes the basket while he's getting fouled.
Shot is off. That is good by Warren there. 79-65 is your score, and at this point I would have to say Bobcats are looking relatively promising to get a win here and break the 3-game skid. And you got to be happy if you're PHSC to be able to get back on the winning ways, and especially against an in-region foe. Again, we talked to Coach Jones, and he had said that the D1 is good challenge, and it's obviously proven. They played relatively good when it mattered most.
Yeah, Coach actually said this would be a more up-tempo game than against the D1. I asked him if the game slows down at all. He said, no, it actually will speed up tonight. And he was right.
Pass over to Grimshaw, and Grimshaw drives in. Oh, what a block by, I believe that was, let me try and get a number there. That was number 4 on the block there, DeAndre Jefferson. It's going to be a turnover on PHSC. It's going to be Florida Gateway basketball.
Enriquez had a nice move there, but I guess it was a traveling call before he put the basket in.
With 30 seconds left, we'll, at about I would say half a minute from now, or less than half a minute from now, we'll announce the player of the game, and maybe we'll get him on the broadcast before the player of the game heads out here. So we'll announce that here in just a little bit.
Here's DeAndre at the line. He hit those 2 3-pointers in a matter of, what, a minute?
Yeah, DeAndre's looked really good. Yeah, me and Bob will both select the player of the game. We'll try and get him on the air here after the game.
You know, all the Bobcats that played tonight, you could see them take over little moments of the game. But I think there's one that maybe had a little bit more consistency throughout the night.
Yep.
But good turnout by all the starting Bobcats here.
And shot is off. That's going to be a foul, and that will be number 11, Eric Canavan, who is heading to the line. That's going to be number 2 for PHSC. That is Demarion Scott.
Canavan's had a nice game for Florida Gateway, Dylan. He got into foul trouble, but he's been setting up down low and making his baskets or going to the line if he gets fouled.
Yeah, and luckily he has not had to get that 5th foul that would foul him out. Shot is no good off the rim. So, Bob, I think after tonight's game, I'll be heading home and I'll watch some more college basketball. I'll put on the Gonzaga-UCLA game. I got to listen to my man, Dick Vitale. I mean, how can you not? Dick's going to be great.
Sometimes I'll like to listen to Dick Vitale even if I'm not watching the game.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing is it's a number 1 and number 2 game. It's going to be 2 of the top seeds in the nation right now. So that's going to be even more what's going to be exciting about the game.
Right.
81-68 is your score, and the Bobcats most likely going to take tonight's game here against Florida Gateway.
You realize, Dylan, if the Bobcats hang on for the win here, they're 2-0 when we broadcast the games.
Yes, they are.
They have not lost when we broadcasted a game.
And they won in decent fashion, too, in double-digit leads. A little bit of a different game, though, than the Trinity College game, where they had a extensive lead against Trinity College. It wasn't even very close.
That was an unbelievable start. I think they had like a 20-0 run.
Yep. 83-68 is your score, as really Florida Gateway and PHSC just really trying to wrap things up here. That's going out of bounds, and really, again, the spiral here of Florida Gateway at this point in the game.
Well, Dylan, I think we're ready to announce our player of the game.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. So I'm gonna make my announcement here. I'm gonna say Jacob Zio has got to be the player of the game. He has had an amazing game tonight. Has done everything. He made really clutch shots, and there were shots where he had a guy on him, and he was still able to make it. He had a really good game tonight.
Well, it's unanimous then, so we're both in favor of Jacob Zio. So we'll see if we can get Jacob on air. Stay with us, fans, after the game ends.
For
sure. See if we can get Jacob on as our player of the game.
Yeah, we're excited to have Jacob on. We had Warren on the last game. He was our player of the game as time is ticking down here. Bobcats take a shot. That is good by Warren, so a nice last couple of seconds shot here from the Bobcats, and the Bobcats are going to finish out here and win. We'll see if Florida Gateway will take another shot. I imagine they will, just to try and, get something positive here towards the end of the game. That shot's good. So this will do it. 86-70 will be the final score. Bobcats will just dribble it out here, and the Bobcats will take tonight's first of 7 between Florida Gateway. 86-70. Seth Grimshaw, a little bit of a kind of not really much of a shot there on that shot, but for nonetheless, the Bobcats able to take a 16-point victory against Florida Gateway in their first victory against their in-region foe. We're going to try and get Jacob Zio on the broadcast here as our player of the game. So give us just 1 second here, fans. We'll try and get Jacob on.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, we nominated you as a player of the game, so we want to get you on the air real quick and just kind of talk about it. There you go, man.
get Jacob's headset on.
Yep, that one. Jacob, hopefully you can hear us okay here. Jacob, I just want to say congratulations on the victory tonight, and what a performance you had tonight. You were just making shots all over the place. You had guys on you and were still able to make the shots. What really led to just this hot game that you had here tonight against Florida Gateway College?
It's just the team. We've been having good practices every single day and just putting up extra shots every single day, just getting better every day. Just staying consistent with it, that's all it is.
Jacob, we talked to Coach Jones, and you guys have played some D1 schools, and he said, you know, even though you had some losses, he felt like the team was getting better every game and not letting that get you down, but just like every day you guys come in with the right attitude to get better. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We schedule tough opponents. That's what makes us better. We play tougher opponents and stuff. We get better just by doing that, and then we come down here, we don't play down the competition. We play hard, and we get the win.
He mentioned, too, with the D1, you know, playing those D1 opponents, did you just feel more prepared heading into this game against Florida Gateway after coming off those, you know, D1 opponents? Unfortunately, you guys weren't able to get those victories against D1 opponents, but you still guys played relatively close, and this was a good victory for you guys against a in-region foe.
Yeah, it builds confidence for us so we can play with them, and we know we're on their level, and we should be winning those games, too. But when we come down here and we play, you know, D2 competition, we know to just do our job and just get the win.
And I guess my last question will be here for you, Jacob, and again, really a great game for you tonight. You know, got the break here. You got Thanksgiving on Thursday. Yeah. How nice is it to be able to get a win heading into next week? You know, you play Weber, but you get to go into the break with a nice win and get to kind of soak things in here this weekend.
Yeah, that's good. It gives us a little break just to get off our feet and then just watch film on the game and get better mentally and come back and be better physically, stay ready.
Well, Jacob, we appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast. Congratulations, you are the player of the game. You and Warren have been the player of the game so far this season. So, again, congratulations on the victory, and what a great performance here tonight. Again,
yes,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Good job, Jacob. Go in there and enjoy the win with your teammates.
I appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much will do it. We'll kind of briefly touch base here on tonight's game. Again, 86-70 is your final score here from Newport Richey, Florida. The Bobcats able to get the victory against Florida Gateway College, and just really awesome to get to talk to Jacob, and he really played a great game tonight. Just really a good job, and again, using the confidence and bringing it into this game after facing D1 opponents. The Bobcats also end the 3-game losing streak. They played D1 opponents, so very tough opponents that this Bobcats team had to face, but a good way to get back on track here and get the winning streak going again.
I thought it was a great team win. I mean, obviously Jacob had the hot hand throughout the game, but you saw different moments where DeAndre hits those 2 3-pointers. I mean, within a matter of a minute.
Marcellus had a great job as well, free throw line. He did really good from the charity stripe. So relatively all in all, as I mentioned, Bob, it was a really good game tonight for the Bobcats.
Warren had a couple of big baskets, obviously good on defense. And then Enriquez, he had, I remember he got the charging call at one end. He goes down, he gets the nice hoop at the other end. And each player you could see on the Bobcats during certain minutes would actually take over the game.
Yeah, it was very interesting to watch kind of the dynamics, and that's really the kind of entire story of tonight's game. There was different things we were watching throughout tonight's game. We saw different it was really an all-around mixture of basketball styles. It was really interesting to watch kind of the mixture of different plays and different formations. It was very, very interesting. Let's talk about what's to come here real quick for both squads. PHSC, as we had mentioned, will have a break. They will not be playing any games here until next Tuesday, so we will be back here next Tuesday versus Weber International JV team. Their main team has actually played a few D1 colleges this year for exhibition play, but we'll be playing their JV team next Tuesday. We then have a road game against Trinity Baptist, who is not Trinity College. A little bit, there are 2 different teams. And then we'll finish out versus Indian River State to finish out here at home and also finish out the first half of the season. Florida Gateway, they'll be at Trinity Baptist as well, and also at Albany Tech here in the next 3. And they'll also be versing Santa Fe. That will be a home game for Florida Gateway College. 86-70 is the final score here from Newport Richey, Florida. Dylan Spalding, Bob Bade with you here from Newport Richey, signing off. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and hopefully everyone has a safe and happy week here heading into the holiday season. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Good job. Thought that was another